Hello and welcome back to the program. Well, as you can see, we've now made our way to our Okaloosa County studio, where we're going to talk about events taking place along the Emerald Coast. First of which is actually several events taking place with the American Cancer Society. Their Relay for Life events kick off this spring. We're going to get the highlights of those events taking place in both Escambia and Okaloosa County. And joining me to talk about that are Betsy Hune and Susan O'Neill from the American Cancer Society. Ladies, thank you both so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Susan, let's talk a little bit about the American Cancer Society overall. A lot of people have probably heard of the organization, maybe a little bit familiar with it, but give us an idea of what the American Cancer Society does.
It's pretty basic. The Cancer Society's mission is pretty basic. Our mission is to save lives, to celebrate lives, and to lead the fight to a world without cancer. We really just want to, I always tell the people that work for the American Cancer Society, my job is to put you out of a job. We don't ever want to, we want to see a world one day without cancer. So that's really our mission, is to do that every single day. That's why I do it.
So how's that done? Through fundraisers, the money for research and things of that nature?
It's done through research. It's done through screening programs, early detection programs. It's done with patient services. It's done with events that raise awareness. The more people that are aware to go get, people, ladies that hit 40 years old, they need to go get their first mammogram unless they've got a strong family history, or when everybody turns 50, unless you have a strong family history, to go get that first exciting colonoscopy, which is life-saving. Early detection is the key with anything. Yeah. So, yeah, those are the kinds of things that we do. How
can people learn about the Cancer Society, what you guys do, and maybe how they can get involved?
In general, they can go to cancer.org. And they can pull up a slew of information. They type in if they've gotten a cancer diagnosis and they want to know a little bit more, they can call, they can go onto the cancer website, cancer.org. Or we also have a 1-800 number. It's 1-800-227-2345, totally free of charge. Any question that you might possibly have, they can answer it. They'll direct you to the right person. If it's insurance reasons, if it's you want about about a new medicine, if you want to know about nutrition, any of those things, they'll direct you to the correct person to speak with, and that is free of charge.
Okay, great. So let's talk about some of the events that you guys have coming up that talks about the awareness and fundraising and everything else, and the Relay for Life is several big events taking place across the Emerald Coast. So Betsy, let's talk about Escambia County first and the events going on in Escambia County and Pensacola. Give us, if you could please, a rundown of when the events are taking place and where, and then how people can sign up.
Sure, we have two great opportunities. The first one is on April 28th, and it's going to go from 6 in the evening till midnight. That is the Greater Escambia Relay, and that'll be at the Pensacola Interstate Fairgrounds. It's a 6-hour time frame, a little condensed, but not to say that there's not going to be some awesome opportunities there. Then you also have the Pensacola Relay for Life. That's going to be on May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. That is the theme of the relay, and that will be at the Community Maritime Park in downtown Pensacola. Really great location. Again, a more condensed time frame of 6 to midnight, but packed full of opportunities for the relayers throughout the evening.
Do people come by themselves or your family, or do you come with teams? How does that work?
There's a couple of different ways you can do it. We do encourage teams. So if teams are possible, you can get with friends, you can get with coworkers. Schools sometimes form teams. I do know that I have a bunch of friends that for years, with their organizations that they work with, their companies that they work with, doctors' offices, they've formed teams. They've raised funds throughout the season, and then the night of relay, they show up, they walk. They have fundraisers that go on even throughout that night, such as like foods that are for sale or crafts that are for sale. So there are all kinds of opportunities for people. If they don't come on a team, they can definitely still show up and they can relay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Susan, let's talk about Okaloosa County. Switching gears over to the east. Give me the dates and locations of the events. I guess there's four?
There are four. I'm going to have to consult my paper because there's too many for me to remember the dates. The first two events are Crestview and Fort Walton Beach. They are on the same night, which is April 28th and April 29th. Beginning time for opening ceremonies, I guess I should say, for Crestview are at 7 p.m. One thing to note with that, at 6 p.m. their survivor dinner starts. So they're doing a survivor dinner prior to the actual opening ceremony. So any survivors that are going to attend that event will have a great dinner at 6 p.m. and then the event kicks off at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And Fort Walton Beach's event starts at 7 p.m. Opening ceremonies. Survivors will open up that event with their survivor walk and then have dinner after that. Crestview's event is at Crestview High School,
Okay.
and Fort Walton's event is at Choctaw High School. Our next event is Niceville's, and that is May 5th and 6th, held at Niceville High School again this year, with a start time of 6 p.m. end time of 6 a.m. These are all of the Okaloosa County events are 12-hour events, and the last one is Emerald Coast Relay for Life, and that's at Destin Middle School. And this one is a little bit shorter as well, like the Pensacola events. 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Again, more condensed, but does not lack in punch and power and impact that we have. They have all the same hallmarks of any Relay for Life event, just in a shorter time frame. We cater to our communities what works well for them.
Yeah. We are out of time. They'll have a lot going on. So I encourage everybody to go to relayforlife.org for more information on all of these events, to sign up and everything else. So good luck with all your events. I know you all have a busy couple weeks in store. So I hope everything works out.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking about the Little Black Dress Party.